Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Denver Broncos. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Let's go, D.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Boys, 56. Check, 56. You got nothing to run. Young lady. Mike, 56. Mike, 56.
To throw is Darnold. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to clear you up. Don't get nervous.
Bang, 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 bang. Young lady. 51 to Mike, boys, 51. Hey, let's get off the field. Young lady. Let's get off the field, D. 51 to Mike, 51 to Mike. Hey, lady. Young lady.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Get the flag. Mike, 47. Hey, tight.
A first carry now for Thompson. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
53, Mike, 53.
Get that quarterback.
Jackson, option right. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Jackson, option right. He can run for it, and he will. And he's got room. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today, a guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
And now Jackson will look to throw it toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. We have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jackson, option right. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. Deron Payne, the big D tackle there to make the stop. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Let's go, defense. Ready? Check, check. Lucky. Mike, 50.
From the 50, it's Darnold. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
On first down, Lindsey. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Crunch time, defense.
On second down now, it's Lindsey. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Broncos on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They only need a yard here. 3rd down and 1 after the penalty.
6 man. Check curls.
Darnold from the gun. He'll find Lindsey here. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Got his man. It's Williams. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mike, 56.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 23. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I've played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Hey, let's get him.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Chris Thompson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's Darnold. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Darnold on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They're going with Lindsey. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Figure outside. Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the blast, watch the blast. Hey, lady, check 24, young lady.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he fires one incomplete. Antonio Callaway, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
2nd down and 10, Darnold going deep here for Stills. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Darnold now to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold, and that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Antonio Callaway, as time expires in the first half, as they are now on the board here in the first half. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone, and somehow they were able to find a window and get it done.
Very easy for us to talk about up here that, yes, all that had to happen, but when time's running down, sometimes your brain compresses a little bit too. They showed great poise, understanding of situation, making sure they got to the end zone in order to complete that pass and take a nice momentum into the locker room.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go!
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. From the 24, Jackson. And some space here. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
2nd down and goal. Darnold, only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal.
55, line 55. Hey, eat. Not here.
Back to throw, Darnold. The quick slant caught. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Now it's Lindsey, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Redskins are able to come up with a goal line stand. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, a run with Thompson. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. On the crossing route, complete. That's Gray. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson options out left. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. Jackson options out left. And an alley to run. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Jackson. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. This carry brought to an end at the 8. Good stick skills, but not much room to operate. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Jackson, option right. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
On 3rd down, Jackson looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
And a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Off of play action, Darnold. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He completes this to Sutton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run on first down. Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Right there in the middle, 55. Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. Hey, check Mike. Smooth.
You ain't doing nothing.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Darnold. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Hey, Delta.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Now Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike 51. That's right.
Hey, wahoo!
51 to Mike. 51 to Mike.
All day, baby, all day.
Mike 51.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold. And he finds Stills complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards. Darnold now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the back.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Rush in. Rush in.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson, and he's going to go down again. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Taylor will throw, and he finds McLaurin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Now it's Taylor. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Oh, Taylor going to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want...
And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat, he's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Darnold. He's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Let's go, calm the crowd. You ain't going nowhere.
Darnold from the gun. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 27.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. Landon Collins on the coverage.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Time to go. Night.
Throwing again is Darnold. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 10.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Hey, Mike 51.
One last throw down for Darnold. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end.